vehicles just littered everywhere.
Severe winter storm continued to hit the United States on Christmas Eve with a dangerous cold and heavy snowfall leading fatal car crashes. Thousands of canceled flights and millions of people at risk of future power outage in its wake. The huge footprint of winter weather and its timing during the busy holiday week making Arctic blast especially dangerous. The National Weather Service on Friday said its warning and advisories covered about 200 million people, one of the largest winter weather alert and advisories ever, forecasters said. Nationwide, official attribute at least 80 deaths on the hurricane. About 50 vehicles killed and Ohio killed at least 4 people. An 84-year-old woman was found dead outside the Michigan nurse home on Friday amid dangerously low temperatures. And in the Buffalo, New York area, which saw tragically records of rain and snowfall on Friday, 2 people died in their homes after rescuers were unable to contact them amid a historical snowstorm in the city. 17 people died due to a winter storm that hit the United States. Temperature in the state dropped to 45 Celsius. More than 200 million people and roughly 16% of the United States population and the reported to have the weather warning or advisory in the place, and the service cold is forecast to continue into the Christmas holiday. According to information provided by the Kansas Highway Patrol, 3 people died as a result of collisions between different vehicles that occurred on the Wednesday. While these blizzards could be the worst blizzards in the Buffalo history, the terrible combination of heavy snowfall, extreme winds, and extreme cold cloud be unprecedented. Buffalo endures a blizzard that the National Weather Service call it live territory. Once in a generation, this is crippling. The snowstorm is far from over. As a National Guard, the first responders attempt to contact hundreds of stranded people. The blizzard's warning remains in effect until Christmas morning. It's cold very well and up as the worst storm in the city history. Not so much because of the amount of snow is produced, but because the harsh combination of snow, extreme winds and extreme cold. The Weather Service predict another 1 to 3 feet of snow will fall before Sunday morning.
Can you go on your Google Maps and show me exactly where you are?
John Powell, who has been chief meteorologist of the CBS, affiliate in Buffalo for 31 years and currently writing the weather of the Buffalo News, said he had not seen anything like in his 38 years living in the area. The blizzard of 85 paralyzed the city by "This is the worst," he wrote in the text message. The storm has gusts of over 15 magnitude. It had a lot of gusts over 65 and some over 16. It is a monster. The intensity of the current storm is associated with the exceptionally severe mid-latitude storm of a bomb cyclone, with intensified dramatically as it swept from Indiana into Ohio and Quebec between Thursday and Friday afternoon. During this time, the storm's pressure dropped by about 35 million millibars, well above the weather bomb pressure of 24 million in 24 hours. The lower the pressure, the stronger the storm. The storm paralleling over eastern Canada created a storm wind field that affected much of the eastern United States with a strong gas and very cold air. A strong winds blow over relatively warm water of the Great Lakes. Intense and very persistent-like effect of snow lands form.
It's a fucking tree.
when guests in the area were as high as 78 millihours. According to the newspaper, as experts predicted, 15 to 55 inches of snow could be fall in some communities after storm ends. A video posted online of a body lying face down in the snow of Bellary and Kingston Avenue has been confirmed by two on our site and the third death in the 2022 snowstorm. While details are sourced according to the Buffalo police spokesman due to blizzard officer are still coordination efforts to find the body. As a result, the man's identity has not been established. The cause of death is currently unknown. Buffalo, one of the hardest hit areas during the storm, on time 30,000 people were left without power and dozens of cars were stranded on the roads. In addition, Buffalo Fire Bridge were unable to respond to calls as up to 10 fire trucks were stuck on the same part of the Friday to Saturday. Erie County officials said Saturday morning that 2 people have died in the separate medical incidents in Choctaw. One of the worst snowstorms in Buffalo history has killed at least 2 people, emergency crew and unable to reach time due to historical snowstorm.
If I just make it across the street, I can touch grass.
These are the current conditions outside my house. Literally can't see anything. And this is see, there's one of the front doors.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul said Saturday that Buffalo Niagara International Airport will be closed until Monday morning. Some roads will be closed until Christmas and almost all fire trucks in Buffalo are stuck in the snow. No matter how many ambulances we have, we cannot handle the conditions we speak of, Hochul said. This could be worst storm in the history of our community. Our country exclusive Mark Parlance said Saturday morning. There is no emergency service in Buffalo and several densely populated areas around it because so many ambulances are stuck in the snow. He said the doctor had to talk to the woman and their pregnant sister during the birth of her sister.